Hi everyone, and welcome back to channel IRS. Today I am at Daytona Milton Keynes, and this is first practice session for Daytona DMax 2018. Tomorrow is going to be round 1 of DMax Championship 2018, and first round is here at Milton Keynes. Today, as you could see, I've done my practice session, and my best lap time is 1 minute 7 seconds point 3. So 1 minute 7 seconds point 3, which is, for me, comparing to the last year where I had 1 minute 8 seconds point 4, so I do better whole second. Of course, there is a guys like a Harrison Pugh who did 1 minute 4 seconds point 6. He is in the lights. I'm going to be all this year in the lights as well. Also, there is a Tom Exausterich who is in the heavies. He did 1 minute 6 seconds point 6, and Alex Pritchard 1 minute 6 seconds point 9. So yeah, my lap time is not the best, but I'm still happy with my results because it's improving, so it's good. At the moment we have a practice session on a circuit, so let's go and let's check what lap times we have in a second practice session and who is doing quickest lap time. Let's go there and let's see that. Right, so I have lap times from a second practice session, and the best lap time was done by Sam Loveless, 1 minute 4 seconds point 9. A bit slower than the first practice session, but 1 minute 4 seconds is impressive. Zach Swanell was second by the best, 1 minute 5 second point 4, and Max O'Shaughnessy was the third, 1 minute 5 second point 4. So I would say that the lap times from practice sessions are really impressive. Let's see, maybe we will have someone who can go into 1 minute 3 seconds, or at least 1 minute 4 second point 1, something like this. So let's see, maybe we have something better in practice session number 3, which is the last one for today. Right, so here he is. We finished third practice session, and now I've got the lap times. So the best lap time of third practice session, 1 minute 4 seconds point 8, and it's done by Max O'Shaughnessy. Second best lap time is 1 minute 5 second point 3, Jordan Taylor, and the third one is 1 minute 5 second point 7 by Toby Shomate. So yeah, as you can see, today lap times is quite impressive. 1 minute 4 seconds. Not a lot of people manage to do that, but it still exists on the lap times. So tomorrow it's going to be more drivers. It's going to be about 30 drivers on the grid, so I think tomorrow we might have quite impressive lap times. So what about my lap times? It's 1 minute 7 seconds, 0.3. I'm not expecting any good from tomorrow because it's not like Milton Keynes is not my circuit or anything like this. Milton Keynes is amazing circuit and I like it, and I think I'm doing here quite well comparing to the last year, but just yeah, just more practice session, so this is what I need. It's 7:30 in the morning and I'm back at Daytona Milton Keynes for DMax Championship 2018, and today is race day. So first of all, what I want to do, I'll take you for track walk. Alright, so just in front of me we have start finish line, and the first corner is the left-hander, so we approach it on the right hand side. We approach it on a full throttle, no brakes, no lift off, just full throttle, late turning in and aim latest apex. Morning guys. So here is, this is our turning in point and we're aiming for the late apex. As soon as you hit late apex, aim your car to the exit point, which is on the right hand side, and we're going to be prepared for the next corner, which is a left-hander. Right, after short straight we're approaching the next corner, which is the SS. So the first one is a left-hander, next one is a right-hander, and as soon as after the short straight, as soon as you can see these tires close to the road begins, this is where your braking point starts, maybe 2 meters after the tires. Again, don't remember exact points. You have to build anyway, you have to build visual memory before the corner. You have to build this physical memory when you press the brakes. I wouldn't suggest anyone to make any visual points like tires or boards, because they can be moved at any time during the race. So you have to build visual memory and physical memory when you press the brakes, when you press the accelerator. So the first corner you do brakings, it's gonna be hard braking on a straight line only. So as soon as you can see a little bit of entry to the first SS left-hander, this is where you finish braking and start turning in and aim latest apex. Late apex, because straight after this corner you have a very short straight and a right-hander, so that's why it's called SS. You have a left-hander and straight away right-hander. So as soon as you pass the apex, you exit yourself on the left-hand side of this road. So this way you prepare it for the right-hander. In the right-hander you aim somewhere middle of the apex, not early, even a little bit later. Full throttle through this corner. After the apex, let your car go outside to the exit, which is on the left hand side. As soon as you hit the exit, return your car to the right hand side of the road, because the next corner is the left-hander. Turn 4 is the left-hander, so you need to be on the right hand side. You need to be prepared for this left-hander. This left-hander is very tricky, so you do braking on a straight line. And as soon as you can see here, there is a small drop which will take you down. So as soon as you hit this drop, this is where you have to do the heaviest braking, but at the same time you have to finish this braking and start turning in, and you have to reach the latest apex. So you aim for the latest apex, and when you hit the late apex, aim your car to the exit, which is on the right hand side. Be careful with the exit. Lots of drivers use this curb, and I'll be honest with you, it's a very wrong, because these curbs, especially at Daytona Milton Keynes, these curbs will disbalance your car, and instead of gaining good lap times, you will lose lots of time on these curbs. So here we go. We are at the exit now. The next corner which we have is the right-hander, so we have to move across the road to the left. But when you cross the road to the left, you see that red and white curb at the left-hand side at the entry to the corner number 5. You have to aim this curb when you cross the road to the left-hand side. So you make a straight line nice into this curb. When you approach this curb, when you already where the curb, when you at that place, this is where you start braking. Don't brake too much in this corner, because corner is nice and wide and it's double apex corner. So you do short smooth braking, finish braking, start turning in early, aim the early apex in this corner. So it's going to be somewhere here, just here. As soon as you hit this apex, let your car a little bit to go out of the curb, let your car to lose this curb, and then keep the steering wheel turned just a little bit, and the car automatically will come back to the second apex. You don't have to go through this apex, you can stay near this apex. It all depends on your driving style, but I would recommend to stay near the apex, because this way, all the way from there and all the way to the exit, you will make nice and straight exit line. So, and after apex, second apex, you aim yourself to the exit, which is on the left hand side. And after exit we have a straight, and the next turn, which is a turn number 6, is a right-hander, and this is another tricky corner. Here he is. We're now at the entry point of turn 6, and as soon as you can see this sign, turn 6, about a meter, 2 meters before this sign, this is where you dab on the brakes, give a small slide, nice and gentle slide to your go-kart, and you enter this corner with a soft and with a small, soft and nice slide. So you give a very small slide, and you aim yourself to the apex, which is at the entry, is invisible, so you have to remember this corner very well, and you have to imagine where you have to hit the apex, and you hit the apex as late as possible. It's going to be somewhere at this point where is the tightest bend of this apex. So you go all the way round, and then with the drift you start approaching the apex, and you hit the apex just here, and then don't go too much to the left hand side, go to the middle of the road. It will, if you've done everything correct, it will keep you automatically in the middle of the road. And here is the second apex of that corner, which is actually now is going up the hill. So the corner going up the hill, and you still have the second apex, so you aim your car to this second apex, and this second apex, this is actually your exit point. This is your exit point, because straight after turn number 6 you have turn number 7, which is the left-hander. So that's why we position ourselves on the right hand side, exactly where is the apex, second apex of turn number 6. So here we go, we are at the exit, we have a short straight. Here you are full throttle somewhere to the middle of this straight. You do very heavy braking, very hard braking, but it shouldn't be long braking. It's going to be very short braking, but it's going to be so hard, so the car would slow down as much as possible. Right, so and straight after braking point you start turning in, and you aim late apex in this corner, in this hairpin. Turn number 6 is the hairpin, so you aim late apex. It's going to be somewhere 3/4 of a corner. This is where is your apex. As soon as you hit the apex, you aim your car to the exit, which is on the right hand side. So here he is, we are at the exit. Now we have the road going all the way down. So again, elevations change and it goes down the hill. Here we keep full throttle to the turns number 8. So here we are approaching turn number 8, part 1. Why I'm saying part 1? Because this corner made out of 3 nice bends. I would say 2 bends and 1 tight corner. So here we go, the first part of the corner, we situated ourselves on the right hand side. So as soon as we see this bend, this is where we aim the latest apex of this bend in the part 1 of turn number 8. So we hit the late apex, and then we aim our car into the next apex of the right hand bend. So we aim our car into that apex. So here our steering wheel is straight, and when we have about 3 meters before the apex, this is where we start braking. We're braking really hard here. When you finish braking very late, because the next left-hander is very tight. So when you finish braking, you're turning in, and you have to go for the as late apex as possible. So you can see these tires. So as soon as you have these tires last bend, and then it goes straight, this is where is your apex. This is where is your apex. And this is where, when you hit the apex, you're making your exit line as straight as possible. So this way you will build up the good speed all the way to the end of this straight. And why we need this speed? Because as you can see, the exit of the turn number 8 is again changes of elevation, and it's going up the hill. So that's why we need to be very precise, very correct on the braking, on the apex, and on the exit in turn number 8. So here it is, guys, we approached turn number 9. Some of the drivers take this turn full throttle. I'll be honest with you, I still don't know how to approach it full throttle. I try to give a twist to the go-kart, but I think I need a bit more practice with this corner. So I use a slight dab on the brakes, make my car a bit slide, and I enter this corner with a nice and gentle slide. I aim for the latest apex. So this is where you hit the apex and you stay near the apex, and your exit point is exactly where this apex, on the left hand side. As soon as you pass the apex, somewhere halfway of this short straight, this is where you start your braking. Remember, we have in front of us turn number, which turn is that? I forgot. Number 11, 10, yeah, turn number 10, sorry about that. Yeah, so in the middle of the straight you start your braking. Turn number 10 is the hairpin, but braking here have to be smooth. Do not over push brake pedal here, because you do braking straight after corner number 9, so your balance still going to be on the right hand side. So if you over push yourself with the brakes, instead of skid yourself towards the corner, you will skid yourself toward that tire. So be very gentle with the brakes, brake on a straight line. As soon as you finish your braking, you have to finish your braking in that point where you feel that you're gonna aim latest apex. This corner apex is invisible, so you have to remember this. You have to learn this circuit, and you have to remember, you have to have it in your imagination, where is the apex. And in your imagination you will have to build this racing line every time when you approach this corner. So you're turning in and you aim for the late apex. Here we are, guys. This is where the late apex, 3/4 of the corner, even a little bit later. This is where you touch the apex, and then you build a straight line to the exit point. Here we go, guys. This is our exit point. We are full throttle from this point. We are full throttle from the apex through the exit, and then we have a bend to the right hand side, and then we have a corner to the left hand side, corner number 11. So we have, after the exit, stay a little bit on the left, and then with a nice and smooth flick of the steering wheel, aim your car to the right hand side, aim the late curb of this bend. So I would say this is part number 1 of corner 11. So here he is. This is where you have to exit of this bend. This is your exit point of this right hand bend. And then if you can see that sign which says speeds, this is where you have to finish your braking before the turn number 11 left-hander. So you brake as soon as you pass this right-hander, as soon as you pass the curb, as soon as you pass the apex, about after 2-3 meters, you start braking, and you brake all the way to this Pete's sign. Again, guys, remember, don't try to concentrate and to build your braking acceleration points on the signs, on the tires, because it might be repainted, removed. But anyway, for the beginning you will have these points, but try to build the visual distance, visual points, physical feelings where you have to brake. So finish your braking and aim for the late apex of the corner number 11. It's not going to be too late, it's not going to be 3/4, it's going to be somewhere between the half of a corner and between the 3/4 in the corner. So your apex is somewhere here, and then you can go full throttle into the right hand side, into the exit. And your exit is on the right hand side. Remember, when you're exiting any corner, try to make line as straight as possible at the exit. This way you will gain more speed, and this way you will be faster at the entry of the next corner. And after corner number 11 we have a short straight start finish line and another fast lap.